Vote. Vote flag. All right. We done. We moving on. We moving on. So, all right, I got Duke winning it all. Of course, Dave, you got Duke winning it all, and Joe, you got Houston. All right, and Carl has Houston too because I can clearly see. I can see his comments coming up. All right, so we're gonna move on. We got the men's. Now we got to talk about the women's. A lot of people are, ranting and raving about Paige Beckett. Then you got some people still saying that, hey, I mean, if Juju never went down, we don't know if Paige is going to be here, but they are here. 24th. This is UConn's 24th Final Four appearance. But you got to think about it. They going up against some goats as well. Can't say good folks. Can we say, how you say? I'm going to just say one of the greatest coaches in college basketball as well. You got the South Carolina Gamecocks. Then you also got Texas and UCLA. So there's a lot of talk about the players and there's a lot of talk about the coaches. But now that we're here, and these games are on Friday, so you got number 1 Texas versus number 1 South Carolina Friday at 7. South Carolina put out my Lady Terps as well. It's just a bad day all around the board for Maryland. But you also got the number 2. You got number 2 UConn versus number 1 UCLA on Friday at 9, and both these games on ESPN. I don't know if I told y'all about the men's game. I think both of those are going to be on TBS. Yeah. So, yep. All right, cool. So both these games are going to be on ESPN. And with 3 number 1 seeds and the number 2, some people are saying this feels a lot like 2018 when the Final Four weekend season included all 4 number 1 seeds and it featured 2 overtime games, semifinal games, and a buzzer beater to the title game. 2018, that's a long time ago for some of us. 2018 is a short time ago for some of us. But Dave, Juju went down. Paige did her thing. Paige been balling. Who you got winning in these Finals 4, and who you got winning at all?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: I got South Carolina winning that game for sure. I think South Carolina wins that game against Texas for sure. I think they advance to the championship. I have no questions about South Carolina. The game that I'm more so focused on is UCLA and UConn. I know a lot of people have been paying attention to what Paige Beckers is doing, and then her the other player on the team. I can't remember her name right now. I think it's a Fudd. I think that's her last name. She's really good as well. There's not a lot of people really talking about Lauren Betts from UCLA. She has been a star all season long. I believe she was in the National Player of the Year conversation, along with Paige, Juju, and a bunch of other players. Tania Lasson, it's crazy that Tania Lasson is in the transfer portal, so she's going somewhere else next year. Crazy. But I think this game is going to be it's going to be a lot closer than what most people think. I think they have right now, the starting line is UConn at -7.5. I think it's going to be a little closer than that. I think this game might come down to the last shot, just because Lauren Betts is so good. But ultimately, I'm going with UConn. I think UConn wins that game as well. And in the championship, I'm going with UConn. I think UConn, their team just all around is just really good. They're very, very well coached. They still have the best coach in college basketball, Gino Auriemma. They've been to 17 Final Fours in the last 18 years or something like that, which is ridiculous that he's been there. You see how consistent he's been in there. But he's going up against the other best coach in college basketball, in Dawn Staley. She's the highest paid coach in college basketball right now, deservingly so. And South Carolina has been really good this season. I can very well see South Carolina winning it this season. But for some reason, I just think it's destined for Paige to go out on top and win a national title and then go to the draft.
What a year. What a year for 2 potential number 1 picks in the draft, right? We just talked about Cooper Flag and what he's projected to do going on to if he wins this NCAA championship and then going on to be the number 1 pick, and then look at Paige having the same run. Like, granted, again, everybody definitely wanted to see that game happen, but again, injuries are a part of the sport, and we have to deal with those. So rest up, Juju. Make sure you get well so you can bounce back and do your thing. But as far as Paige and them getting here, man, it's going to be a very, very interesting one when they get to that natty game, because I got South Carolina beating Texas as well. But then UConn. It's not like UConn going up against no slouches either. Because again, UCLA, them ladies out there with that Big Ten matchup that they've been going through, and just the season that they've had, they definitely can hoop as well. So they're gonna give her a little bit of fits too. Because again, you got to think about these teams when they go up against players like this. They're like, hey, well, she's getting all this recognition. We want to show y'all that we can hoop too, and this could be their moment. Goes back to when we talk about Angel Reese and y'all know the name, Caitlin. So for this one, I got UConn winning. I did look at the spread. You was right, Dave. It is they got UConn right now favored at 7.5. I don't know if it's a buzzer beater, but it's definitely gonna come down to some critical coaching play calling right there. UConn makes it out of this one. UConn versus South Carolina is gonna be a good one. My brain is saying go with UConn. My heart is saying South Carolina wins that game. So I'm gonna go with my heart, and I got South Carolina winning it all.
What?
If I'm wrong, that's cool with me, but it's gonna come down to you got two of the best coaches in lady sports, and they're gonna have to make up. They're gonna have to scheme of the perfect situation for both of these games. Because again, you got to think with South Carolina last year, they had Cardoso in them. They had that good front court, and now South Carolina they're gonna have to pick up on the defense just a little bit. But I got them winning it all. If I'm wrong, I ain't mad at it because at the end of the day, we gonna get some entertaining basketball.
Okay, so South Carolina and Texas game. I'm gonna go with Texas. I'm gonna go with the upset. Yeah, I know they played before. I'm gonna go upset. Upset. I think Madison and Taylor gonna have a good game. I'm gonna go with them. And plus, South Carolina squeezed their way up here also, but they not the same South Carolina until last year. They had some deficiencies also. But the game that I'm really gonna watch, they ain't talk about it. UCLA and UConn. You right, Dave. Lauren Bass, she's a hooper. I mean, check this out. Her last 3 games, Tomo, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 blocks. She hooping. But guess what? I know somebody who's hooping even more. And that's Paige Becker. UConn gonna win this game. And not just this game. I don't care who it is. South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, they winning. So look, Paige Becker, right? I know Caitlin Clark was like that. She was. And she is. Paige Becker, those who know, before she got hurt, she was the one, blah, blah, blah. She got hurt. Caitlin came, did her thing and kind of took the shine or whatever. But Paige was there last year. They went against each other. Caitlin got the best of her, blah, blah. But Caitlin, great passer. Caitlin, great shooter. Paige Beckner, though, complete player. I'm talking about can do it all. Defender. Caitlin ain't a great defender. Paige is. Can shoot middies off the pick and roll. Can shoot a fadeaway if she has to. Can hit the 3. Can cut. Can play off ball. She don't need a ball in her hands. She could run. She could play in any type of offense. Paige is a complete player, y'all. Let me tell you what Paige been doing lately, y'all. Also, I want to say this too. One thing about Paige, her coach Gino was like, "Hey, Paige," I'm about to say, "Bruh, she ain't no brother. Girl, shoot the ball. What are you doing?" She is very conservative early in the game, and then when she has to turn it up, she turns it up. She had 13 points, I believe, last game in the first quarter. I don't think she did much in the second quarter. It was a close game at halftime. They were losing by 3, I think, and then she came out the third quarter and started going crazy. So Paige Beckner, the only player in UConn history. First of all, before I even say this, you know how many UConn women came out of here that was nice?
I mean, you could talk about Maya Moore. We can go down the line of all the players that came from UConn. It's way too many. They've had a lot of ballers, and Paige is one on one.
Did you know that she's the only player in UConn history, as far as women, to score 40 points in the NCAA tournament? And those UConn girls was winning championships 4 years in a row, going in the WNBA 4 years in a row. That's how they won. They won like all these games in a row. Remember that? They won undefeated for like 4 seasons straight. So, only player. Also, 3 straight 30-point games. I know we talked about Lauren Betts. She got 2 straight. My girl got 3 straight 30-point games. Also, her last 3 games, she's not only scoring 30, she's very efficient. 31 shooting splits, 50, 50, and 80. 40 shooting splits, 59, 75, 67. 34 points, 67, 60, 100%. What? It's like Steph Curry. Mixed with Larry Bird or something. I don't know what it is. And then look, Dave, I don't know you know this, Dave. I know you the stat merchant. You the stat guy. You got all the stuff, right? No. I don't mean like that, Dave. I mean like you be having all the stats.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
was
you're
like,
on the
stat
stats.
merchant. I said, I'll go off all
Merchant
these stats.
sounds very
Come on,
bad,
man.
right? But no, that's
Yeah.
not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Paige Beckner this season shooting 54% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line, 50, 40, 90, while leading D1 players in assist turnover ratio. I mean, only player across the NBA, WNBA, and college basketball with a 50, 40, 90 while leading league in assist turnover ratio ever. That's crazy. And y'all think I'm gonna pick against her? No. Give me Paige. I'm gonna turn the page. Cause we going to the Final Four championship game. We gonna win.
Hey, Joe, you know what's crazy? You was talking about other players that's in UConn. Paige moved into 3rd all time in UConn scoring history. You know who was else on that list?
Maya Moore.
Maya Moore is number 1. Breonna Stewart is 2.
Okay.
And 4th is Nafisia Collar.
Mm-hmm. She just passed her. Yup. She just passed Nafisa.
See, she's a part of a great crew. And those are just 4 names we have of UConn. We can name a whole bunch of other ones. Paige is like that.
And every year she was healthy, they made it to the Final Four.
Exactly. Every year she was healthy, except for that year she was out. UConn just too good, man. Too good.
Y'all ain't peep what Joe just did there. He said we're gonna turn the page and we're gonna win.
Yeah.
All right.
I just had to,
we sending it. We sending that.
I just had to say something else, you know.
And we got Gafote and turning the page. You 2 for 2 right now, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Gafote.
Hey,
Shout out to Cooper Flag.
Stop it.
Flag.
Stop it. Please.
I know you. Nah. I see what you just did there. I'm like, that ain't no flag. What is that? It's all good. You see, I'm telling you, I'm gonna change my background to cherry blossom so y'all know we dead serious over here. All right, we need that pick. That's why we lost to the Pacers the way we did. We need that pick. Now
I tell you about that tweet. Only you on that tweet. You probably saw it when they posted it. Said Cooper Flag could like stay another year, and dude tweeted said, "Bro, we can do this.
I seen that. Hey, like, don't worry about it. We can run it back. Where you going? We gonna be right
do
here.
This all day.
The Wizards are prepared. We are prepared.
I feel like some people been doing our tour.